Bitcoin have moved significantly upward, and if you look at this very point where the market is right now is $119,000. There are a lot of rumors out there that the market is going to break this very level of important resistance and move all the way to the upside, and a possible creation of a new high early next month. That is ending of this week and early next week. That possibility is on the price action. Let's look at that together in this very video. And if you come to Ethereum, you discover that Ethereum during the weekend moved a little bit upward and create a new high at this very area of $3,900 level, above this very area right here of 3,800. So what next for the price of Ethereum? Can we see the market on ETH come back down a little bit so that we can say market is going to have significant momentum all the way to the upside before any retracement? And if you come to Pi, market move all the way to the upside and nearly hit our target. However, we are still in this very trade. More in this very video. And if you look at Blum, Blum is going to go back down as predicted. I told you guys that if market break out here, expect the market to come back all the way to the downside. And if you look at SUI right here, market broke out of this level of important resistance. What next for the price of SUI? This and many more in this very video. Pay attention, watch the video all through. The first thing here is the price of Bitcoin. Look at it. Market at this very area is retracing back down a little bit. Okay, so from where the market is right now, there is a high possibility, in my opinion, for the market coming back down all the way to this very area before the next push to the upside. And this is very, very important. Remember, this was this very area that we marked in my immediate last video on this channel, talking about this very bullish candle. That this very bullish candle right here is the last bullish candle we see before this very bearish drop that we saw last week. And the market is in that very level. Not only that, we've seen liquidity being grabbed from this very level with this very spike right here. So since there is a spike in liquidity collection from this very area right here of resistance, what that means is that the market have high capability of coming back down a little bit before the next move to the upside. This is very important, and this is what you need to pay attention to on your price action right now. Of course, market have that capacity of moving all the way to the upside if we break out on this very level. Remember, market has been coming into this very area, okay, into this very area and into this very area. So right now, market has shifted a little bit, creating a new high higher than this very point, which means market also have high capacity of breaking out. However, before we can look for any breakout on price action, expect market to come back down. And the only thing I will see on this price action right now that will show that market is definitely going to move to the upside is if I see a significant bullish candle that breaks out here all the way to the upside above the $120,000 and $121,000 level. That is the only reason why I would think that the market is going to begin to move all the way to the upside. And if that happens, that move is going to be very sporadic all the way to the upside. And this is my personal opinion on the price of Bitcoin right now. So on the immediate short term, on the price of Bitcoin, what you need to do is to expect the market to come back down before the next move to the upside. Remember, I told you guys that I am not expecting the market to go below this very area, okay? In any case, anything below 115 and 114K dollars, I am not expecting that on the price of Bitcoin anymore, because if we see that, it will trigger fear in the market and people will begin to sell off and market will go back all the way to the downside. So what I'm expecting, market come back down before the next move upward, or we see a significant bullish candle, then market is going to begin to move all the way to the upside. Pay attention to this on the price of Bitcoin for our chart to be in the right direction of the market. And if you come to the price of ETH, In my immediate last video, I said market is going to move upward, and exact same thing we are seeing right now. Market is moving all the way to the upside. What that means is this very move is exhausted already, and that is why we see this very spike right here. However, if you look at the 1 week chart and look at the 1 day chart, you discover that two charts are very, very bullish. There is a lot more bullish momentum to come into the market on the price of ETH this very week moving forward. However, on the immediate short term, if you look at this very spike right here, it is covered that the market is going to retrace, in my opinion, within this very area of $4,000, okay, $4,000 around this very point, and where the market is right now. For the fact that market has moved all the way to this very area, we should see the market retrace back down a little bit before the next move to the upside. And where you should pay attention to on this very price action is very, very clear right here, for you to know the exact point where that move is going to come into before the next move to the upside. This very point of resistance right here is where you should pay attention to. Very, very important. Okay, market have possibility of coming back down into this very point of resistance, okay, within this very area, retracement into this very point before the final move to the upside. This is what I am personally looking at right now on my price action on ETH. Pay attention to this if you really want to be in the right direction of the market. In my last video, I said that market is going to move upward, and I gave a trade on the Telegram channel right here. This very trade is very, very active for us, and if you've not joined the channel for more signal like this, please join right now. Link in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment. This is the trade right here, BTCUSDT buy position. This is the entry right at this very point, and we have the take profit target. We have the SL. Of course, you have to risk 1% equity and 1.22 RR. This is very, very important, okay? And you will risk what you can afford to lose. So this position is still very, very active, moving all the way to the upside. I also believe that in as much as market move into this very area, almost hit our target at this very point, markets still have capability of coming back down a little bit from where it is, okay? Come back down a little bit, even into this very area before that final move to the upside. I am very optimistic about this very position that the market is going to move upward, okay, and hit our target at this very area. And the reason why we see rejection from here is because of this order block that is at this very point. Not only that, there is a very little order block at this very point as well, okay, but not very significant order block, okay, and that is why I did not consider this very order block right here. However, this very one is very significant, and that is why I put our take profit targets at this very point, because market have capacity of moving into that area and then price will reject before continuation to the upside. And that is what you need to pay attention to right now to be in the right direction of the market. So on the immediate short term, on the price of BTCUSDT 4-hour chart, expect the market to come back down a little bit. Possibly market is going to enter into this very area below our entry point, and I am still expecting the market to move upward and hit this very target right here. This is my personal opinion on this very price action BTCUSDT 4-hour chart. And if you look at Blum, in my immediate last video, I draw out this very descending triangular pattern. And if you are familiar with chart pattern trading, you discover that 70% of the time it will break out in the direction that the chart pattern predicts. Okay, in this very case, I was looking at 70%, it should break out here and move back down, and then 30% it should break out on the resistance and move upward. And we see a breakout, okay, to the downside as predicted, and afterward market shift back upward. This was just a liquidity collection, and the market come back down again. So right now I'm still expecting this market to come back down on the price of Blum. Very important, pay attention to it. Market should come back down on the price of Blum from here into this very area of 0.050, okay, and into this area of 0.049. within this very point, we're going to see the market recover a little bit before it will continue back to the downside. So what I am expecting right now on the price of Bloom on the mid short term is for market to come back down before any retracement to the upside. This is very important if you are trading Bloom for day trading and swing trading. Pay attention to this to be in the right direction of the market. And one of the sweet charts right here is the price of SUI. Look at it. I said that market is going to break out, and if we see the market breaks out of this level of important resistance right here in my immediate last video, and that the market is going to move up a little bit, but that movement will not be sustained. Why? Because market has already moved from here, okay, up to this very area of the breakout, and we're going to see just little move upward before retracement. Exact same thing. Market broke out at this very point with this candle, and after that breakout, what happened? Look at it. Market moved a little bit, and then market is going to come back down. So exact as I predicted, that is what we are seeing right now on the price action. So what next for the market? Look at it right here. From here, market is going to move upward a little bit, in my opinion, and then come back down. Not a crazy move above here. Of course, market can do above this very price level right here, but I am looking at market move up a little bit and then come back down before the final move to the upside. So this very point of resistance right here will act as support. This very area is going to act as support for the market to move upward. This is my personal opinion on this very price action right now. So if you are trading SUI, pay attention to market coming back down. From here, market should come back down. So even though I see market move upward, I don't think that movement is sustained for now. On the immediate short term, market should come back down for the next move to the upside. And this is what you must have to pay attention to if you really want to be in the right direction of the market on the price of SUI, USDT 4-hour chart. This is very important. And if you look at coin market cap, you discover that the crypto market cap, that's the global crypto market cap, have increased significantly to $3.94 trillion, okay, which is a good thing. And if you look at the altcoin index, a little bit of drop as we see the market drop from 44 to 42, and the fear and greed index as well have dropped a little bit, which is not a bad thing. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, link in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment for more signal, on-chain data, fundamental analysis, and many more. Join right now, link below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.